This fight, man, if you're right now near that bottom 90 and you're getting out this early into the game for game 3, it might be a wrap for your mental for the night.
Yeah, this is the point where you do start to think, hey, I've got to like do well, you know? Like you can't, you know, afford to have that many bad games now, right? Obviously, you know, you do got to take things one game at a time, but you know, if you're someone like Caxper, sorry, messing my words there. If you're someone like Caxper and you're going down that early in game 3, you're probably starting to tilt a bit, right? Like it is starting to trigger in, but being within 100 meters from me, like
Cross-regionally across the world, there's some big winners that are very aggressive, especially box to box, and they can get in your mind, just like Reason that did there to Tinox. It's true. I don't know why you would want to be around Holly Hedges. Not only is Reason landing there, I feel like it's the easiest POI to third party on the map fast.
It's a bit of a messy one. I would advise against it. I drop here, gets tagged down pretty hard, and Clement's gonna get that sound. Yeah, Clement gets that sound cue, so he's gonna go on the offensive. Yeah. At first, Clement was kind of backing off, right? But he gets a sound cue. He hears that, you know, the headshot came in on eye drop. He can't afford to go down. But like the issue is, like, you don't want to be fighting O'Reilly. Like, he's like one of the best fighter, if not the best fighter in all of EU. And so like, you're in a 1v1 to kind of save your tournament, because this is tournament defining for Snazy, right? If he goes down here, you can call it quits. And the prophecy was written. Snazy's not having a great day whatsoever.
I don't think we call it quits. I think we call it, or sometimes it takes maybe 4 games to get to that spot. And yeah, maybe Snazy won't win, but I feel like he can still come top 10, top 5. He has a few good ones back to back. Right now it's Trulex versus Brizzy. Trulex is also somewhere near that 70/80th place on the leaderboard. He's trying to switch that up with a quick early game fight. There's a big pump and a nice pickup on a Brizzy.
No, Trulex is obviously on EP, right? And he's, you know, EP does have like a great roster, like a good talent pool. But I feel like Trulex is one of the ones on EP where he's probably like not talked about as much as some of the others, right? Like, a lot of the time that comes down to, you know, individuals and how we perceive, you know, greatness, right? And I think that's a fair assessment, because I know, you know, I share your sentiment. I feel the same way. I'd rather have the person who, you know, has, you know, a victory here and a victory there, rather than the person who has consistent, you know, 5th, 7th, 8th, 9th, right? But, you know, there are definitely people who do feel that way, where they'd rather see, you know, those kind of consistent performances, and they value those more. You see here, this fight is not ending anytime soon. So we're going to switch away over towards Nikov, who is pretty lonely here. Can't see anyone on the map towards him. Obviously, you can see the fight breaking out in the distance. So, how do you feel about Nikov recently? Oh no.
Just for this game, it actually looks like a really good spot he's in. Rezon in his 2nd fight of the game so far. It's a big build fight too that both players are trading. And if Nikov has a good angle here, he can pick up 2 very, very free eliminations. There's one on a Reason. Easily done. And now he can actually chase down the other if he thinks about it. But no, this is what I'm talking about when it comes to consistency for Nikov. He's always playing for the next action in the game, not his current situation, which right now is definitely benefiting him. But I've seen him actually trip over his feet with that mindset over a few games in trios.
Yeah.
Is that a good or bad thing? I feel like Lecce, after a game win, sorts to calm down a little bit. Like, ooh, this might not make him calm at all. He might get angry here. He might push forward. I think Queasy's way down the hill. This is an isolated fight between Adreda and Lecce. Lecce's so low. Adreda has that full shield. He has a shockwave he can use to, if he wants to get into the box creatively. Still popping pressure, but it's brick build, so it's going to be hard to break into. Other swipe gets denied by a wall. Lecce finds a chance to pop 2 more minis, and now they're kind of on even footing. Lecce with the green pump. Both players actually with the green pump, so it's going to be even shots back and forth. Lecce takes the first one. The beams are there. Can Adreda keep up? He does it. He's actually faster. Our game 2 winner out.
And that's going to be really good for Andretta. Andretta is one of them.
If he holds on and makes endgame, he can really boost up, even probably get ahead of Dezinho, who's in first, but obviously not alive in this game. Also, a very different game in total, but these patterns of crash pads are happening over and over. XP's does not let it happen to him so easily, though. Nipsey gets taken out in a blink of an eye.
You sort to see some of the excitement of the freedom from players not having to listen to their IGLs hold them on a leash, you know? It's like, I ain't got anyone here to tell me what to do anymore. I'm letting loose. And Joe picking up another elimination, second of the game now. This was great for Andrea. He's feeling good. But yeah, the crash pad plays are...
This is one of the times we might not even see the zone go north. We saw it every single game so far, but might be a Slurpy Swamps or a Misty Meadows type ending. A little bit more aquatic, a little bit more focused on keeping height still, but you won't have an insane cliff in your way.
Yeah, finally getting away from upstate New York.
It's dangerous. Oh man, but this zone, you can see the mini-map, just the line of boxes. And because of that, people are starting to base above and around each other. That means these quick edits, these huge shots will come back to back to back. But if they keep happening, people are gonna run out of shields just like Nespit. No more blue to pop to be able to stay at 150 plus. So if one more shot comes through, it could be over. Noah Riley in his box. Noah Riley beamed down. Noah Riley taken out of the game.
Yeah, Noah Riley overextending there. And maybe you could argue the same for Nespit because now he's out of the game. Yeah, Exterior's lurking in on that fight. Swiftly came in to take him out. And now he has so much loot available to him and looks like he probably wouldn't be able to recover all of it, but he's looking good, right? Because he's got the shockwaves in hand. The energy rifle's amazing. A better pump would be ideal. We may see him go back, maybe, will he? No, I think he's just going to say the medikits and cut his losses.
Dangerous.
Yeah.
To stay in here. There's 63 people left alive. All these people with 33 points, 40 points. But there's 30 seconds for everyone to come in. And you can see on the bottom right, there's still people who are way outside who might get focused, but there's such a high concentration of players on the line. It might not be a problem. You might be able to sneak in. But as soon as the zone moves, Levin, it's about to get crazy.
Yeah, it's going to be a bloodfest of cataclysmic proportions, right? So many players in such small vicinity, and you see Benji taking a pop, right? Wolfies and Benji now within millimeters of each other. And so many players fall in there. The TK, Queasy. This is where competitive Fortnite gets fun, man. Look at that zone as well. Oh my goodness, Wolfies goes down to Benji. You could almost read it in the stars. Could have been so close to each other. Janice and Savage are in very tight proximity as well.
We know that Benji is beside the Siptos and Riflo. We know Savage is beside the best position of the zone. Dexy and Mappy on top of him. Janice too, right beside Matzo there too. Exterios we know has a very good loadout. Now people will have to move. Savage is actually not next to them. He's on the backside, so he moves straight forward and right in as the zone starts moving. It's a big pump onto Mappy. Oh my God, Mr. Savage.
The Norwegian Prince coming in hot. Doing what he does best. He's going to look for even more now as well, I'm sure, as he rotates in with that shockwave. Maximum efficiency as well, as he takes a high elevation here as well. He might run into Ref's guard.
Oh, no way.
Like. Oh,
is it Ref's guard? If Ref's guard's in this box and Savage takes them out, which he does, that's God loot he can still get. Doesn't even care about the shockwaves. He wants to go straight for height. He is max matted out of his mind. And while people fight, he might just break things down. He finds the one ramp and Janice and Nate and now left in free fall. Not sure where Janice went, but Savage makes it a 1v1 for height, and Nate might have already dropped it.
And here the rotation comes in again, using that combo of a bounce pad and a crash pad. Benji though, on a low elevation, going absolutely crazy. And the two of them who may end up playing duos with each other in Dreamhack, both looking incredibly good right now. Picking up eliminations, causing damage to players all around the lobby. You see here Savage landing towards the citrus as well.
And he's looking for shots. Decepto Savage on the same layer of Browner and Frenzy all the way down bottom. Thomas HD is trying to find a way to get in, but Benji picks up another elimination on low ground. His map material situation is not looking that good though. Has the room to be able to stay alive and stay ahead of zone with just a few boxes left. The final 50 popped. So we'll see what Benji can do almost just naturally now with just that pump shotgun and purple AR. Arion next to his bots. Can he Can he stop the Sweaty Sands King from really being in this end game? Comparatively, Levin, look at Savage's position. Look at Savage's mats. He is thriving, not even surviving. He is looking so good right now.
And this is where he's most comfortable, right? You know, we've seen him in this position many times before, and you know, it doesn't get better than this for him, right? So much room to work with, so much material to work with, and you see him playing the angles like he does so well, picking up one onto Frenzy Fishy, and I can assure you he's not done yet. It's in the battle for high ground. Nate takes it. Savage, though, running into some trouble here with Browner. He'll be able to stay alive. The Chuck Splashes, yeah, the Chuck Splashes buy him time. The Chuck Splashes buy him time.
And it's all up to 100. Screwy takes out another. Thomas HD. And now the forest is kind of clearing. No more trees, just players' builds. The Sipto slightly ahead of zone. Nate is still holding it all the way from half and half. And now it's kind of a 1v1 on mid. A singular player on low ground, Savage, where you want him to be. And Nate on height. Savage, though, takes a few shots. He's in trouble. Scribby on his walls. No match left. Just one edit separates him from certain doom and death. There it is. The Siptos comes to the backside, steals it, but Savage is there with a big response. 20 HP, 11. He can't find the landing. And it's Nate that has the wrap up and the final elim. An almost perfect game from Nate. 4 elims with the victory royale.
Well, it looks like he's sitting currently up on top. Ren is representing 100 Thieves. It's none other than Mr. Savage with 186 points. 14 points behind him, though. It's the player that got the victory royale against Mr. Savage. It's SB Nate.